Hey, Raiders fans, what a roller coaster week it has been for our silver and black. And if you thought last Sunday was just another game, think again. The Las Vegas Raiders put on a show against the New York Giants, and honestly, it felt like Raider Nation was celebrating bigger than any fan base could imagine. The energy, the intensity, the moments that made you jump out of your seat, it all added up to what I like to call just win babies. Every time this team find a way to pull something special out of the bag, even in the most chaotic season, it's a reminder that there's always something to cheer for. And this week, it was more than just a game. It was a statement. After the dust settled, there was a flurry of talk about the NFL draft, the lottery, the strength of schedule, and all those tie-breaking scenarios. Honestly, it could make your head spin if you start looking too deeply at the numbers. But here's the simple takeaway for Raider Nation. As it stands, no matter what happens, our team is locked into a top 3 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. That's right, top 3. It's not just a number. It's an opportunity, a chance to rebuild, to refocus, and to start the next chapter with a powerful foundation. And yes, while last week had us hovering in the 40s and 60s for our odds of grabbing the number 1 overall pick, today it feels different. Today we're talking 80% chance, and that is huge. That's a reason to wake up smiling. That's a reason to keep faith even through a season that hasn't gone the way we hoped. Now, there's a lot of math involved if you start factoring in every possible game outcome. The New York Giants, the New York Jets, the Titans, the Cardinals, all of these teams impact the Raiders' draft position. But the message is simple. Control your own destiny. If the Raiders fall to the Kansas City Chiefs, number 1 overall is locked. If they beat the Chiefs, it opens a few doors for others. But don't worry, the silver and black have plenty of paths to ensure that top pick. And this is where Raider fans can have fun, because every week, every game on the schedule matters. Whether it's rooting for the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Lions, the Broncos, or the Dolphins, it's all part of the excitement, part of the drama, and part of the thrill of being a fan of this franchise. Beyond the draft, let's talk about what's happening on the field and in the locker room. This Raiders team has faced an uphill battle all season, but every loss, every setback, every tough game has been a lesson in resilience. The Giants game, the performance, the stats, they all tell a story, and it's a story of a team trying to find its way through a storm. We've seen highs and lows, we've seen flashes of brilliance, and we've seen moments that make you question everything. But one thing is clear. The foundation of this team, the core of Raider Nation, remains unshakable. We celebrate the wins, we endure the losses, and we keep moving forward. That's what makes being a fan here so unique. That's why when the season ends and we look back, we see growth, we see opportunity, and we see the seeds of something incredible starting to take shape. And speaking of growth and changes, let's talk about the leadership. Pete Carroll, a man with a legacy in football, has been at the helm. But it's clear that this is a team at a crossroads. There have been moments of brilliance, moments where his experience shines through, but there have also been decisions, games, and seasons that suggest that change is on the horizon. When you look at the team's performance, the management decisions, the roster moves, it paints a picture that Raider Nation needs to understand. Sometimes, even legends reach a point where their time with a team comes to an end. It's not about tearing down what he's done. It's about recognizing the realities of the present and preparing for the future. Every decision, from resting key players to navigating injuries, is part of a larger strategy, a strategy that may be guided more by ownership than coaching, but all plays into the future we're building for this franchise. Max Crosby, Brock, Jeremy Chin, Colton Miller. These players resting for the remainder of the season shows the front office making moves that go beyond coaching strategy. It's about positioning, it's about the long-term outlook, and it's about giving this team the best shot at success next year. Every action has meaning, and Raider fans are smart enough to see the signals. We understand that change is coming, and while the season may not have delivered all the wins we wanted, it has delivered clarity, direction, and a renewed focus on what's to come. And then, of course, there's the quarterback situation. Geno Smith's time with the silver and black is nearing an end, and while it's never easy to see a player leave, it's clear that this is part of the process. The interceptions, the stats, the challenges, all of it points to the fact that a new chapter is coming. Kenny Pickett is waiting in the wings, ready to step into the spotlight. And while last time he faced the Eagles wasn't perfect, there's an opportunity here to reset, rebuild, and reignite the offense. It's about taking lessons from the past, learning from the mistakes, and moving forward with a plan that puts Raider Nation in the strongest position possible. Fans have already shown their passion, their energy, and their loyalty. From super chats to comments, from sharing opinions to rallying around every game, Raider Nation proves every week why it's one of the most passionate fan bases in football. Every top 10 contributor, every name shouted out, every story shared. It's all part of this incredible community that supports this team through thick and thin. And this connection, this bond between the team and the fans, is what makes moments like this so electrifying. Even in a tough season, even when the scoreboard isn't in our favor, the energy, the spirit, and the unity of Raider Nation never falters. And yes, Overreaction Monday is always about finding the excitement in the chaos. It's about highlighting what matters most, celebrating the small victories, and understanding the bigger picture. A top 3 pick locked in, clarity on leadership, a roadmap for the offseason, and a team ready to grow. These are the headlines that matter. It's not just about wins and losses. It's about understanding the trajectory, recognizing opportunities, and preparing for a future that looks bright for the silver and black. Every stat, every tiebreaker, every scenario may seem complex, but when you break it down, it's simple. Raider Nation has reason to celebrate, reason to believe, and reason to look forward to what comes next. As we move deeper into the aftermath of the Giants game, Raider Nation is starting to feel the real weight of what's ahead. The offseason is looming, and with it comes a whirlwind of decisions, speculation, and opportunities that could define the future of this franchise for years to come. Fans are already buzzing about potential draft picks, roster moves, and the kind of shakeups that could turn the Las Vegas Raiders into a team that doesn't just compete, but dominates. The excitement isn't just about the lottery or the draft order. It's about hope, it's about possibility, and it's about knowing that the foundation is being laid for something truly remarkable. When you look at the quarterback situation, it's impossible not to talk about Geno Smith. This season has been rough, and the numbers tell the story. Interceptions piling up, touchdowns not matching expectations, and games that left fans frustrated and anxious. His time with the Raiders is nearing an end, and it's a transition that could define the team's next chapter. With Geno dealing with an ankle sprain and missing upcoming games, the spotlight shifts to Kenny Pickett. While Pickett has faced his challenges, there's a sense of anticipation and opportunity. This is a young quarterback stepping into the NFL limelight, and Raider fans are hungry to see what he can bring to the table. Every play, every decision, every snap becomes part of a larger narrative about growth, potential, and the future of the silver and black. The management moves have also sent a clear message. Resting key players like Max Crosby, Brock, Jeremy Chin, and Colton Miller is more than just about preserving health. It's about strategy, about preparation for the offseason, and about giving the Raiders the best chance to rebuild effectively. These aren't just coaching decisions. They're front office decisions, reflecting a long-term vision that prioritizes the strength and sustainability of the team over immediate results. The season may have been brutal in terms of wins and losses, but it has also been instructive. Raider Nation now has clarity on where the team is heading. And while change can be difficult, it's often necessary to achieve greatness. And speaking of change, Pete Carroll's tenure is another key factor shaping the narrative. His legacy is undeniable, but the season has highlighted that it may be time for new leadership to take the reins. Pete's presence, his experience, and his connections within the team are valuable, yet the energy, the decisions, and the direction of the franchise suggest that a shift is inevitable. Fans have noticed the subtle cues, the communication strategies, the moments that reveal the reality of a team at a crossroads. While Pete Carroll has earned respect and admiration, Raider Nation is aware that the next chapter requires fresh ideas, new leadership, and a vision aligned with the future ambitions of this organization. Off the field, the community of fans continues to impress. From super chats and comments to sharing insights and rallying around every game, Raider Nation demonstrates passion that goes beyond statistics or standings. The support, the enthusiasm, and the unwavering dedication of the fan base give the team a sense of purpose and pride. It's not just about celebrating victories. It's about being part of a movement, a collective that stands behind the silver and black no matter what. This connection between fans and the franchise is what makes moments like the Giants game so impactful. Even in adversity, there's a shared understanding that the journey is just as important as the outcome. Looking ahead to the draft, the anticipation is electric. Top 3 picks mean top-tier opportunities to reshape the roster, strengthen key positions, and set the foundation for a competitive team. Every mock draft, every analysis, every projection becomes part of a larger conversation about strategy and vision. Fans are thinking about quarterbacks, defensive players, wide receivers, and linemen, all the building blocks needed to construct a team capable of contending at the highest level. And while the math behind strength of schedule and tiebreakers can be complex, the essence is simple. Raider Nation has a chance to influence its destiny and to witness a transformation that could define the franchise for years to come. In terms of individual players, there's a lot of speculation and curiosity. Kenny Pickett's emergence as a potential starter is a major storyline, giving fans a glimpse into what the future could look like at quarterback. Meanwhile, Geno Smith's exit signals the end of a chapter and the start of another. The combination of youth, potential, and strategic roster moves creates a sense of excitement and anticipation. Each practice, each training camp session, each offseason decision carries the potential to redefine the team's identity and to elevate Raider Nation's expectations. The offseason itself is shaping up to be one of the most dynamic in recent memory. Trades, cuts, and acquisitions are all on the horizon, and fans are already speculating about which veterans might leave, which rookies could make an immediate impact, and how the coaching staff will evolve. Every rumor, every insider tip, and every analysis is part of the intricate mosaic that defines the narrative of the Raiders' future. The energy, the conversations, and the debates among fans are as much a part of the experience as the games themselves. Raider Nation thrives on this engagement, and it only strengthens the bond between the team and its supporters. The story of this season, despite the losses, is one of resilience, opportunity, and preparation. The team has faced challenges, but each setback is a lesson, each tough game is an insight, and each decision by management sets the stage for a brighter future. Raider fans are not just observers. They are participants, strategists, and advocates for a franchise that carries immense history and potential. With a top 3 draft pick, emerging talent like Kenny Pickett, and strategic moves by the front office, the Raiders are positioning themselves for a transformation that could elevate the team to unprecedented heights. As we wrap up this segment, the excitement of the offseason is palpable. The anticipation, the strategy, the speculation, all of it fuels a sense of optimism that Raider Nation has every right to feel. The team's journey is far from over. In fact, it's entering a critical phase where decisions, planning, and preparation will define the next era. Fans are ready, the franchise is poised, and the potential is enormous. Raider Nation is on the cusp of a new chapter, one filled with opportunity, growth, and the chance to witness a reinvention that honors the past while embracing the future. Every move, every decision, every draft pick will be scrutinized, celebrated, and anticipated with the intensity only Raider Nation can bring. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL woke up buzzing after whispers spread that the Raiders may have pulled off one of the most shocking moves in recent league memory by announcing Josh Allen, the superstar quarterback long identified with the Buffalo Bills. While official details remain deliberately vague, the mere suggestion of such a blockbuster has been enough to ignite speculation across the United States and beyond, with fans and executives scrambling to read between the lines. According to sources close to the situation, The announcement is being treated inside league circles less as a completed transaction and more as a bold signal of intent. The Raiders, a franchise synonymous with daring moves and headline-grabbing decisions, appear eager to reassert themselves as a central power in the NFL conversation. Bringing in a player of Allen's stature would instantly transform not only the team's offensive identity, but also its national relevance. For Buffalo, the rumor lands like a thunderclap. Josh Allen has been the face of the Bills' modern resurgence, a symbol of stability and ambition. The idea of him in silver and black feels almost surreal, raising questions about long-term strategy, financial maneuvering, and whether this is part of a larger reset quietly unfolding behind closed doors. Around the league, executives are said to be divided. Some see the move as improbable, bordering on theatrical posturing, while others warn that dismissing the Raiders' ambitions has historically proven unwise. The speculation alone has already shifted narratives, placing pressure on rivals and injecting uncertainty into future plans. Until contracts are clarified and league offices confirm anything concrete, the story remains suspended in rumor. Yet that uncertainty may be precisely the point. By linking themselves to Josh Allen, the Raiders have once again reminded the NFL that they are willing to think big, move loudly, and keep the entire football world guessing. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.